Oh yeah, I think there's still a lot of uncertainty out there. An employer, can maybe get an idea. We get questions all the time in our insurance department, in our health and welfare department, in our finance department, of what exactly is it going to cost me for an employee. I don't want to hire an employee, and then when this is mandated to us, to have to lay them off, because it's going to cost me a couple $1,000 to train them for that job, even though they may be well trained in the general knowledge, but specifically the longer they're there and the more they're doing that job, the better they get at it, and so they're a lot more productive. But I don't want to invest $2,000 or $3,000 in this person's training and education, and then come to find out that because of the Affordable Care Act, I can't afford them. I don't want to add a lot of capital to a plant. Let's say it's a batch plant, a mixed plant for construction, whether it's concrete or asphalt or anything like that, and then find out through cap and trade, through the carbon emissions new rules and regulations that were coming out, that all that capital I put into that plant, I'm not going to be able to, I can't permit the plant, so I'm not going to be able to use it. So the uncertainty, the lack of predictability is what really causes businesses, and it's estimated that we've got trillions of dollars in the treasuries of companies that spent up capital demand that they're afraid to spend and create a job station and create a building or create a new piece of equipment, because they're uncertain what the regulations are going to be, and they're uncertain what the cost of employees are going to be. So I still think it's still a real resistance to the capital market out there to make those kind of investments. Until they get a good, clear signal that that isn't going to be the case, then I think that that capital investment is, if they can find a place where they can see stability, where they can see predictability, like Chobani found. They found, it wasn't just Idaho they looked at. They were looking at several other states, and we were, I think, the last of 4 states. Amongst them was Nevada and California. And California, as you know, Jerry Brown announced just last week the increases, $7 billion in new taxes that he's got to collect from somebody, from somewhere. Well, that's a cost of doing, if you divide that up amongst the business folks, that's a cost of doing business. And they're just saying, I'd rather find a place where I can predict what my business costs are going to be, what my regulations are going to be.